This vessel here, I was looking for a smaller vessel to work in the river, and I wanted it to work and be a heritage type vessel alongside the Jane Gifford and Carbonui, which is steam. I was working on putting a little diesel in it, or thinking of it, rebuilt a little diesel for it, and then I thought we possibly should look at electric, and I was thinking electric, and we went up a little creek with my wife, and she said, "This creek is magic in here, so quiet." So I thought about it a bit more and thought, I think, this would be good being totally electric. So then I went and approached Peter, who's an expert on electrics, an electric engineer, and from there we had a lot of discussions, and I'll hand it over to Peter to tell you a bit about the process.
The boat's got 1.2 kilowatts of solar on the cabin top there, and on a reasonably bright day the 1.2 kilowatts will push the boat along at about 4.8 knots, just using the sunshine. There's no battery being used at all. It's got an American Elco electric motor driving it's actually a direct drive on a 5-bladed propeller, so it's reasonably efficient. So even with a very small battery that we've got on board, we went out one day for the Mahering Regatta and did 30 nautical miles that day, and when we got back the battery was still at 80% full. So and if the sun's shining reasonably brightly, the boat's virtually got unlimited range during the day, so it's worked out really well. The cloud, when there's cloud like it is right now, we still get quite a bit of sunshine, quite a bit of power out of the panels. There's probably still enough to do about 2.5 knots in the cloudy conditions that we've got right now. So there's an amazing amount of power collected even when it's heavy overcast like today. So
that's without, of course, it going into the batteries, drawing from the batteries.
Yeah, at the moment the boat's only got a very small lead acid battery on board. Very, very small battery. The solar does all the work.
Another point is that Elco motor, Elco is actually an American company, but they've been around for about 130 years. So their origins are in the period of some of our other vessels. So that's quite an interesting thing, that we're using some technology that from a company that's been around for that long in a heritage vessel.
Yeah, the process of going through it, why we wanted to have this was to lift the image of it, the classical look. Teak would have looked lovely, but the teak's out of the question, maintaining it and the cost of it and so on for what we're doing here. So I talked to Paul about the U-DEK, and I thought that would lift it, sharpen the whole image up, and that's what I believe it has done.